Chosen one, the night has arrived with a weight that cannot be ignored. The silence outside is not ordinary silence. It carries an echo, a warning, a whisper that says you must be alert. Shadows seem thicker than usual. The wind carries secrets it never carried before, and even the walls of your own home seem to shiver as if they know something is near. Tonight is not just another night, and your home is not just four walls and a roof. It is the temple of your spirit, the shield around your destiny. But God has spoken, and His message is clear. Your home is not safe tonight. Every lock matters. Every door matters. Every decision you make matters. The universe has drawn a line, and this night will test if you are prepared to defend the sanctuary that carries your name. You're not here by accident. You've been guided to this exact moment because something unseen has already begun moving toward you. Listen carefully, because this is more than a video. It is a divine alert, an emergency warning from heaven itself. Before we continue, I want you to take action with your spirit. In the comments below, release your warmest wishes, the desires you have held close to your heart, the peace you long for, the abundance you seek, the safety you deserve. And then, write the number 99. This is not random. 99 is the seal of protection tonight, the mark of faith that opens a higher covering over you. Do it boldly. And hear me clearly. If your spirit woke up while listening, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here. This is your place of alignment. And tonight, that step of obedience might be the difference between light and darkness. The night holds mysteries most cannot perceive, but you were never meant to be ordinary. You feel it already, that strange stirring in your chest, that sense that something is about to happen. Others may sleep unbothered, but you are awake for a reason. Chosen one, danger moves silently, but so does protection. Just as an enemy creeps unseen, so does the hand of God stretch over you, commanding you to act before it is too late. Lock everything, not just your doors, not just your windows, but lock your mind against fear. Lock your spirit against despair. Lock your heart against the lies that try to convince you that you are weak. Because you are not weak. You are marked. You are covered. And tonight, you will not fall. What is coming may not knock politely. It may not announce itself. It may arrive through the cracks of distraction, through the whispers of anxiety, through the openings you leave unguarded. But God has given you this message so that you cannot say you weren't warned. Every lock you turn is more than metal against wood. It is your obedience turning against the forces that hunt you. Every prayer you whisper tonight is more than words in the air. It is fire on the walls of your home, a barrier that no darkness can cross. Do not treat this lightly. The chosen are always targeted, because the chosen carry the light that terrifies the night. The air itself feels different tonight. Pay attention to the way the floor creaks, the way the silence seems too heavy, the way your instincts feel sharper than usual. That is not paranoia, it is discernment, and discernment is the weapon of the chosen. Do not brush it aside. Do not silence the voice inside you telling you to rise, to secure, to guard. You may think of this as superstition, But it is not. It is preparation. It is divine foresight. And when you wake tomorrow, you will know whether you took this warning seriously or dismissed it. Do not be among those who regret ignoring the call. The night presses closer, chosen one, and with it comes the undeniable truth. You are being watched, not by eyes you can see, but by forces that wait for weakness, by energies that circle like wolves in the dark. You may not see them with your natural vision, but your spirit knows. That shiver down your spine, that restless heartbeat, that sudden silence in the air, they are all signs. God does not waste warnings. He does not stir your soul without reason. If you feel it, it is real. And tonight, the message is not complicated. Your home is not safe. Take it seriously. Guard it as though everything you love depends on it, because it does. Chosen one, think of your home not only as the place where you sleep, but as the fortress where your destiny rests. Within those walls is more than furniture, more than memories. Within those walls is your purpose, your calling, the life God is still shaping in you. That is what the darkness wants. It does not want your belongings. It does not want your house. It wants your peace, your energy, your mind. It wants to make you doubt that you are chosen, to convince you that you are vulnerable, to weaken your guard until you no longer stand firm. That is why the voice of God comes so strong tonight. Lock everything, secure everything, refuse to be shaken. There are nights in life when the ordinary breaks, when the unseen collides with the visible, and this is one of those nights. You may remember other nights when you felt uneasy, but this one is different. The spiritual realm is stirring, and you stand at the center of it. Tonight, the line between safety and chaos is razor thin, and your awareness is the only thing that keeps you on the right side. Do not dismiss this. Do not tell yourself you are overreacting. Every great fall begins with the lie that everything is fine. But you are chosen, and chosen ones are never left without a signal. This warning is your signal. Take it, honor it, act on it. Feel the gravity of this moment, because the enemy does. If you could hear how much effort darkness has put into trying to break you, you would understand why this message matters so much. But what they don't know is this. Every attempt to destroy you only activates more protection around you. Every plot against you only multiplies the strength of your covering. God has spoken not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Fear is not your portion. Awareness is. Caution is. Obedience is. If you act, if you listen, if you lock everything, you will see that nothing formed against you can prosper. The danger is real, but so is your shield. Chosen one, this night may feel like a storm pressing against your window, like shadows stretching toward your door. But understand this. Storms pass and shadows break. What remains is the light, and the chosen always walk in light. Do not forget who you are. Do not forget that you are not ordinary. You are guarded, marked, appointed for more than this moment. Lock your home, but also lock your focus. Keep your mind from wandering into fear. Keep your heart from sinking into despair. Let tonight be proof that you can stand in the face of warning, act with courage, and rise untouched. Because tomorrow When dawn comes, you will not only still be standing, you will be stronger. The night deepens, chosen one, and the atmosphere grows heavier, as though the world itself is holding its breath. You can feel it pressing against your chest, that sense that something unseen is close, waiting for a moment of weakness. This is not a dream, not a coincidence, not just your imagination. It is the echo of God's voice reminding you that tonight is no ordinary night. Your home is not safe, and this warning has reached you because you are marked, because you are chosen, because heaven refuses to let you walk into danger without a light to guide you. The very fact that you hear these words now is proof that you are being preserved for something greater than the shadows at your door. Do you realize the weight of what is at stake? Within your home rests not only your body, but your future. The walls protect more than sleep. They protect destiny, and destiny is always hunted. The forces that work against the chosen are relentless, for they know your light is dangerous to them. They want to invade not through the obvious, but through the cracks you leave unguarded, the unlocked window, the careless word, the door left slightly open, the fear you let linger in your thoughts. But tonight you have been given authority to seal every entrance, lock everything, and when you do, know that every turn of the key echoes in the unseen, declaring that your spirit will not be breached, your home will not be broken, your future will not be stolen. There is a reason you feel restless. There is a reason you cannot shake the unease that whispers in your mind. It is the same reason prophets of old were awakened at midnight with visions, the same reason watchmen were set on city walls to guard through the night. You are awake because you are meant to be. Do not see your unease as weakness, see it as divine alertness. The chosen do not sleep through warnings. They rise, they prepare, they take seriously what others laugh at. This is why you were set apart. This is why heaven insists you hear this now. You are being taught to live in vigilance, to walk with the kind of awareness that keeps you untouchable when others stumble. Chosen one, understand this truth. The enemy does not waste energy on those who are ordinary. They target those who carry weight, those who shine, those who are set apart. The reason your home is not safe tonight is not because you are weak, but because you are dangerous to darkness. They fear your awakening. They fear your persistence. They fear the legacy you are building. That is why they gather at the edges of your life, seeking any open door. But this night is not theirs to win. You have been warned, and warning is power. Warning is protection. Warning is victory already forming in your favor. And so I tell you again, lock everything, not only in the physical, but in the spiritual. Guard your mind like a door. Guard your emotions like a window. Guard your peace like the most precious treasure in your home. Tonight is a lesson in awareness, a test of obedience, a demonstration that you are not left without guidance. When the sun rises tomorrow, you will look back and know that you did not stand alone. Heaven stood with you, angels encamped around you, and the very walls of your home became stronger because you chose to listen. Tonight may be heavy, but it will not break you. It will remind you of the strength you carry as one who is chosen. The night has not eased, chosen one. It has only grown louder in silence, heavier in stillness, sharper in feeling. You can sense it, like static in the air, like a storm that is not yet broken, but is already near. This is no ordinary stillness. It is the sound of the unseen pressing against the edges of your life, searching for an opening. And yet here you are, awake, listening, armed with a warning most people will never receive. That alone sets you apart. That alone proves how valuable your life is to heaven. God does not waste warnings on the careless. He sends them to the chosen, because the chosen carry futures too powerful to be left unguarded. Think carefully. How many times have you ignored that inner voice, that sudden nudge telling you to move, to check, to close the door? How many times have you silenced your own discernment because it seemed inconvenient or unnecessary? Tonight is not the night for excuses. Tonight demands that you trust the voice within you, that you honor the stirring in your chest. Your instincts are not accidents. They are divine protection wrapped in flesh. Every unease, every urge to secure what is yours, every sudden thought to double-check what seems safe, that is heaven guiding you. Do not ignore it. Not tonight. Chosen one, your home is more than a structure of walls and wood. It is a vessel of your story. Within its rooms live the echoes of your laughter, the memory of your tears, the quiet whispers of your prayers. It holds not just your possessions, but your spirit's sanctuary. That is why the enemy wants it vulnerable. That is why the darkness prowls at its edges. If they can breach your home, they can unsettle your peace. If they can unsettle your peace, they can silence your faith. And if they silence your faith, they can weaken the light you were meant to carry into the world. But heaven refuses to let that happen. That is why God says, lock everything. Do it as an act of obedience. Do it as an act of war. Do it as a declaration that your peace is not negotiable. Feel the weight of the moment pressing against you. The chosen are never left untouched by trials, but neither are they left unarmed. Tonight, your greatest weapon is vigilance. The locks on your doors may look simple, but tonight they are sacred. The prayers on your lips may sound ordinary, but tonight they are fire. Your awareness may feel heavy, but tonight it is your shield. This is how chosen ones win, not by ignoring danger, but by rising above it, by recognizing the enemy and closing every path he tries to take. You were warned because you are strong enough to act. You were alerted because you are equipped to overcome. And when the darkness finds no entrance, it will retreat. When the whispers find no ear, they will fade. When the enemy discovers that you are locked, guarded, and unshaken, they will remember why you are dangerous in the first place. This night is not meant to break you. It is meant to remind you that you are covered, to remind you that your life is valuable, to remind you that the chosen are never abandoned in the night. Chosen one, this night is heavy, but it is not the end. It is proof of your strength. It is proof of your covering. And it is proof that when God warns you, it is because He is preparing you for the dawn that follows. Chosen one, the hours grow darker still, and every moment feels stretched like a thread about to snap. The night itself seems to lean against your home, testing its strength, testing your resolve. The shadows are restless, the silence charged, and yet through it all, one thing remains unshaken. You, you are awake, you are aware, and you are prepared. God's voice has already warned you, and obedience has already set you apart. Tonight is not a night for panic, it is a night for authority. Do not bow to fear, for fear opens doors. Stand in your awareness, and you will see that even as the darkness prowls, it cannot cross the line drawn around you. Look closely at what this moment reveals. The chosen are never left without signs. The unease you feel, the urge to act, the instinct to guard. It is all confirmation that you are not alone in this. Heaven is near. Angels encamp around your dwelling. Every lock you have secured is more than a physical act. It is spiritual warfare, a declaration that your home is off limits. You have drawn a boundary in the unseen, and boundaries are sacred. The enemy cannot trespass where obedience has built walls. That is the truth you must carry through the night. Chosen one. Imagine what happens when the sun rises tomorrow. You will stand not just as someone who survived the night, but as someone who overcame it. You will realize that the heaviness you feel now is not a curse. It is proof of your significance. The reason the warning came to you is because your destiny is too great to be silenced, your future too bright to be stolen. Darkness fights hard against those it fears, and that is why you are a target. But let that remind you of who you are, chosen, guarded, destined for more. This night is the battlefield, but victory is already yours. Do not allow fear to speak louder than faith. Do not let the weight of this night crush the fire within you. Instead, let it awaken you. Let it sharpen you. Let it remind you of the covering that rests upon you, the same covering that has carried you through storms before. If you could see in the spirit right now, you would see armies standing guard. You would see fire on the edges of your home. You would see that the very breath of God surrounds you. The warning is not meant to frighten. It is meant to strengthen. And when you act, when you obey, you rise into a power most people will never know. This night is not just about safety. It is about identity. It is about stepping into the truth that you are not ordinary, that you are not unprotected, that you are not abandoned. It is about learning that obedience creates protection, and protection creates victory. Chosen one, the night is dark, but you are light, and light does not run. It stands, it shines, it declares, it endures. Tonight, you do not simply survive, you overcome. And when morning comes, you will know that nothing, not even the shadows, could steal the destiny sealed within you. Chosen one, the night is not finished with its test. You can feel the atmosphere thick with a presence you cannot explain, like an invisible hand brushing against the edges of your reality. This is not imagination. It is the weight of spiritual movement pressing in closer, reminding you that something unseen is determined to test your walls, your focus, your very resolve. But remember this: you were warned, and warnings are never wasted. God speaks only when there is something to protect, something to defend, something worth preserving, and that something is you. Your life is too precious to be left unguarded. That is why this message is echoing into your spirit tonight. Every chosen one must one day face the reality that their presence in this world draws attention, not just from those who admire, but from those who would destroy. Light cannot exist unnoticed in darkness. When you shine, shadows gather. When you rise, opposition rises with you. Tonight is not about ordinary danger. It is about the truth that your life carries a calling. That is why your home has been marked for this warning, not because it is weak, but because what it holds is priceless. Do not take that lightly. Every lock you secure is a reminder that you value what God has entrusted you with, and every act of vigilance is a declaration that you will not allow darkness to write the story of your night. Chosen one, think of how many times you've survived what should have broken you. Think of how many nights you've walked through storms no one else knew about. This night is no different. It is another chapter where danger thought it could touch you, but it will leave empty-handed. The unease you feel is not defeat. It is awareness. It is preparation. It is heaven's way of making sure that when darkness comes knocking, you are already standing guard. Do not mistake the heaviness for hopelessness. It is a shield wrapping itself around you, a sacred reminder that you were never meant to walk blind into the night. The chosen do not panic when the night grows dark. They rise in clarity. That is what you are learning right now. Fear would tell you to crumble, but discernment tells you to prepare. Fear would whisper that you are in danger, but truth declares that you are protected because you listened, because you acted, because you obeyed. There is no weakness in taking caution. There is no shame in being alert. There is wisdom in knowing when to listen to the voice that says, "Lock everything." And tonight, that wisdom is your greatest strength. So hold steady, chosen one. The hours may stretch long, the silence may echo loud, the shadows may lean closer, but none of it can break what has been sealed. You were warned because you are protected. You were stirred because you are valuable. You are still here, still awake, still aware. And that is the evidence that darkness has already lost. This night will pass, and when it does, you will rise into dawn carrying more than survival. You will carry proof of who you are. Marked, chosen, guarded, and unshakable. Chosen one. The night has carried you to this very moment, and the air itself feels alive with a tension you cannot deny. The stillness has been heavy, the shadows have been restless, and your spirit has been on fire with awareness. You know by now this is not just about a house, not just about four walls and a roof. It is about the sanctuary of your soul. Tonight was never ordinary. From the moment you felt the unease, the moment you sensed the shift in the air, the message has been echoing. Your home is not safe tonight, and now you see why. Because the chosen are always tested in the night, and their response determines their dawn. Let this truth pierce your heart. You were not warned to create fear. You were warned to activate power. God spoke not to crush you with worry, but to prepare you with strength. The unease you've carried tonight is the alarm of heaven ringing in your chest. Every creak in the floor, every whisper of the wind, every glance over your shoulder. None of it was random. It was all sharpening you, reminding you that obedience saves, that vigilance protects, that awareness is the weapon of those marked for destiny. You are chosen, and chosen ones do not walk blindly into danger. They act, they listen, they lock everything, and in locking everything, you declare to the unseen, this territory is not yours, this life is not yours, this destiny is not yours. Every click of a lock, every closing of a window, every act of preparation was not just physical, it was spiritual warfare. It was your way of drawing a line in the sand and telling darkness it cannot cross. That is why you feel the heaviness lifting, why your spirit feels sharper than before. Because tonight, you proved that you could rise when others would sleep, that you could prepare when others would laugh, that you could listen when others would ignore. And heaven honors those who obey. Chosen one, the night may still be dark, but you are no longer afraid of the dark. You are aware of it, but you are not owned by it. You have felt the weight of the unseen pressing against your home, and yet here you stand, alert, alive, guarded. The chosen never survive by chance. They survive by purpose. You are proof of that. Your very existence tonight is testimony that you were not meant to be taken, not meant to be broken, not meant to be silenced. You are meant to rise. You are meant to walk into the morning as evidence that the warning was not in vain, that you heard, that you acted, that you endured. Let the night hear your resolve. Let the shadows know you are not weak. Let the silence understand that it cannot break you. Because when dawn comes, and it will, you will not just have made it through. You will carry the fire of one who conquered the night. You will step into tomorrow stronger, sharper, more aware than ever before. This is not just another night behind you. This is a night that proved your identity, a night that tested your spirit and found you unshaken, and that is what it means to be chosen, to stand when others fall, to see when others are blind, to act when others are passive, to guard what heaven has entrusted to you. So, chosen one, take this final reminder with you. God said your home was not safe tonight, and you listened. And because you listened, the night could not consume you. Because you listened, your destiny remains intact. Because you listened, your morning will rise with new light. You are not here by chance. You were guided, preserved, and strengthened. Now stand firm in this truth. Tonight could not take you, because you belong to tomorrow. And tomorrow will prove that obedience is always victory.